The meeting location arrives via encrypted message at 11:47 a.m. Not a corporate office, not a warehouse, not anywhere Dominic expected. A church. St. Michael's Cathedral, downtown, public, hundreds of tourists every hour, security cameras everywhere. The message is simple. Noon, come alone, both of you, unarmed, or we start killing people you care about, starting with Agent Chen's daughter, again. Gwen reads it 3 times. They're using Emma as leverage, even after we rescued her. They're smart. Dominic is already checking his weapons, deciding which ones can be concealed well enough to pass a pat-down. They know we won't risk her life. Know we'll come. Know we're walking into exactly what we know is a trap. So we don't go. We go. He loads a compact pistol, ankle holster, but we go prepared. You just read the message. They said unarmed. They also said Emma would be safe if we cooperated. They lie. We adapt. Gwen watches him prepare with the methodical efficiency of someone who's done this 1,000 times. Every movement precise, every choice deliberate. This is the man who survived being hunted by the Rossi family, who built an empire from nothing, who's killed more people than most soldiers see in combat. This is the Mafia boss preparing for war in a house of God. What if they search us? She asks. Then we improvise. That's not a plan. It's the only plan we have. When the law can't find you, the devil will. Watch as the Mafia's most feared hitman turns the city into a graveyard to save an innocent girl. Click below to see the full extraction. The blood is just the beginning. Introduction. St. Michael's Cathedral is beautiful in the way old things are. Stone, stained glass, history in every corner. Tourists wander, taking photos, whispering prayers, completely unaware that a meeting between criminals is about to happen 30 feet away. Dominic and Gwen enter separately, different doors, different times, making it harder to track them together. The main hall is massive, vaulted ceilings, rows of pews, altar at the far end. And sitting in the front row, alone, is a man in an expensive suit. He doesn't turn when they approach, doesn't acknowledge them, just sits, staring at the altar like he's praying. Dominic sits 3 feet away, Gwen beside him. The man finally speaks. Do you believe in God, Mr. Cross? No. Pity, faith can be comforting, especially when facing death. Is that a threat? An observation. The man turns, face visible now, 50s, distinguished, could be a banker, a lawyer, a CEO. My name is Alexander Gregor. I run the syndicate's North American operations, and you've become a significant problem. Good. Gregor smiles. You killed 6 of my operators, interfered with a strategic operation, compromised a high-value asset, and now you're here in a church acting as if you have leverage. Don't I? What leverage could you possibly have? We know where you sleep, where you eat, who you care about. We have resources you can't imagine, reach you can't comprehend, you're insects. Annoying, but ultimately insignificant. Dominic's expression doesn't change. If we're so insignificant, why call this meeting? Professional courtesy. We're offering you one final chance to walk away. Take Ms. Davis. Disappear. Never interfere with syndicate operations again. In exchange, we forget you exist. And if we refuse? Then we make examples of you. Public, painful, permanent. We'll start with everyone you've ever cared about. Chen's daughter, your former colleagues, that paralegal who works for Ms. Davis. We'll make them suffer, make you watch. Then, eventually, we'll kill you too. Gwen speaks for the first time. You're a monster. I'm a businessman. Morality is a luxury I can't afford. Gregor stands, adjusts his cufflinks. You have 24 hours to decide. Disappear or die. Choose wisely. He starts to walk away. Dominic's voice stops him. I have a counteroffer. Gregor turns, amused. Do you? You leave us alone. You leave everyone we care about alone. You forget this entire situation ever happened. In exchange, Dominic pulls out a USB drive. Small, nondescript. I don't release this. What is it? Everything, every syndicate operation, every client, every transaction, every crime. 5 years of data. Compiled, verified, ready to upload to every major news outlet and law enforcement agency in the world. Gregor's amusement fades. You're bluffing. Am I? Dominic tosses the drive. Gregor catches it reflexively. Check it yourself. Take your time. You have 23 hours and 58 minutes to decide. After that, it uploads automatically. You wouldn't. Releasing this would expose you too. Your crimes, your history, everything you've done. I know. I'm willing to burn for this. Are you? The two men stare at each other. Mutual threat, mutual destruction. Finally, Gregor pockets the USB drive. We'll verify the contents, if you're lying. I'm not. Then we'll be in touch. Gregor walks toward the exit, pauses. You know, Mr. Cross, I actually respect you. You're intelligent, resourceful, strategic. Under different circumstances, you'd be an asset, but you chose the wrong side. There are no sides, just people trying to survive. Naive, there are always sides, and you just chose to oppose the one that always wins. Gregor leaves. Dominic and Gwen sit in silence, processing. Please tell me that USB drive actually has what you said it does. Gwen finally whispers. It does. How? When did you? I've been compiling it for 2 years, since before we went into witness protection. Insurance, leverage, a weapon for exactly this scenario. So we have leverage. For now, until they verify it's real. Then, he doesn't finish. Then what? Then they'll try to kill us before we can release it. The verification. They have 6 hours before Gregor calls back. 6 hours of waiting, planning, preparing for every possible outcome. Dominic spends it checking weapons, exit strategies, backup plans for backup plans. Gwen can't sit still, paces, thinks, tries to find angles they're missing. What if they don't care? She asks. What if exposing them isn't enough of a threat? Then we're dead. Dominic's tone is matter-of-fact. But I don't think they'll risk it. The syndicate operates in shadows. Exposure would destroy them. Clients would abandon them. Operations would collapse. They'd become radioactive. Unless they have contingencies we don't know about. They do, but so do we. Like what? He doesn't answer. Just keeps loading magazines with the precision of someone who's done this 10,000 times. Gwen's phone rings. Unknown number. She looks at Dominic. He nods. She answers, speaker on. Ms. Davis, this is Gregor. It's been 3 hours. You said 24. I'm efficient. The data on your USB drive checks out. Legitimate, comprehensive, devastating. So you'll accept the deal? No. Gwen's stomach drops. What? Releasing this information would damage us. Significantly, but it wouldn't destroy us. We have lawyers, accountants, politicians on payroll. We'd survive. Diminished, but operational. That's not an option. It is, because here's what you don't understand. We're not afraid of exposure. We're afraid of precedent. If we let you blackmail us, let you walk away with this kind of leverage, every other target would try the same thing. We'd lose the fear that keeps our operations running smoothly. So you're choosing to fight. We're choosing to make an example, but, Gregor pauses, we're not unreasonable. We'll give you one more option. Which is? Work for us, use your skills, your intelligence, your strategic thinking, your connections to help syndicate operations. In exchange, we don't kill you. We don't kill anyone you care about. You get to live. Comfortably. Safely. All you have to do is compromise every moral principle you have left. Gwen looks at Dominic. He's already shaking his head. That's not happening. Then you're choosing death, for both of you, and for everyone connected to you. Gregor's voice hardens. You have until midnight. Work for us or die fighting us. There is no third option. He hangs up. Silence in the room. Then Dominic stands. We run. Where? They'll find us. They always find us. Then we fight. Against the syndicate, With their resources, their operators, their reach, that's suicide. Better than surrender. He looks at her, really looks at her. Gwen, I need you to understand something. I'm not walking away from this. I'm not working for them. I'm not spending the rest of my life under their control. So if you want to leave, if you want to take the deal, work for them, survive, I won't stop you. You think I'd abandon you? I think you're smart enough to recognize a losing fight and brave enough to choose survival over loyalty. You don't know me very well. Don't I? She steps closer, inches between them. I've followed you through hell, survived attacks, betrayals, watched you kill people, watched you save people. I know exactly who you are, and I'm not leaving, not now, not ever. Something shifts in his expression. The mask cracks, just for a second. You're going to get yourself killed. Then I'll die doing the right thing, with you. He almost smiles, almost. Then his phone rings. Not Gregor, different number. He answers, what? Agent Chen's voice, panicked, desperate. They have Emma again, different team, different location. They took her from school 30 minutes ago. I just got the notification. What notification? Video, Emma, tied up, different room, different people, but same message. If you don't surrender by midnight, they kill her on camera, and they send it to me. Gwen feels the world tilt. How? We just saved her yesterday. How did they? Because they're not amateurs. Dominic's voice is cold, hard. They planned for the rescue, waited for us to relax, then took her again while we were focused on Gregor and the USB drive. Chen is crying. Please, I can't do this again. I can't watch my daughter, please. Where are you? Home. I have FBI protection, but they just walked through it, like it wasn't even there. We're coming. Stay where you are, don't move, don't call anyone else. He ends the call. Looks at Gwen. This is the real trap, not the church, not Gregor. This, Emma. They knew we'd save her before, knew we'd try again. They're using her to draw us into position, into a kill zone they control. So we don't go. We have to go. Why? She's not our responsibility. She's Chen's daughter. Let the FBI handle it. The FBI couldn't protect her at her own school. They can't help her now. He's already moving, grabbing weapons, body armor. Besides, if we don't go, if we let Emma die, we're exactly what Gregor thinks we are. Insects, insignificant, willing to sacrifice a child to save ourselves. And if we do go, if we walk into their trap, then we spring it, on our terms. The second rescue. Chen's house is a crime scene. FBI agents everywhere. Yellow tape, forensics teams, chaos. But Chen herself is in her living room, alone, staring at her phone. On the screen, Emma tied to a chair, terrified, alive. The video is live feed, real time. Someone's holding a camera, documenting. Making sure Chen knows her daughter is suffering. Right now, this moment. Dominic and Gwen enter through the back, avoiding the FBI presence. Chen looks up. Thank God, I thought you wouldn't come. Where is she? I don't know, they won't tell me. Just keep sending videos, showing me she's alive, showing me she's scared. Let me see. Chen hands over the phone. Dominic studies the video, background, lighting, sounds, any detail that might reveal location. Industrial space, concrete walls, metal ceiling, fluorescent lights. He enhances the audio, listens. Machinery distant, rhythmic, could be a factory, could be a power plant. That doesn't narrow it down. There are hundreds of. Wait, he rewinds, plays a section again. There, hear that. A sound, barely audible, but distinct. Foghorn. Waterfront, she's near the harbor. How do you know? That's a harbor foghorn, specific frequency, used for navigation, only active near shipping channels. Gwen is already pulling up maps on her phone. 3 active factories near the harbor with that profile. Cement plant, steel mill, shipping container facility. Which one makes the most sense for a syndicate operation? Shipping containers, easy to move people, easy to hide, easy to dispose of bodies. Then that's where she is. Dominic stands. Chen, stay here. If we're not back in 2 hours, call every FBI resource you have. But until then, trust me. I do. God help me, I do. They leave. The shipping container facility is massive. Hundreds of containers. Thousands of hiding places. Finding Emma here is like finding a needle in a warehouse full of needles. But Dominic doesn't hesitate. Moves through the facility like he's memorized the layout, reading patterns, predicting where security would place a high-value prisoner. They clear 3 container yards. Empty, wrong. 4th yard voices. Dominic signals, they move closer, silent, professional. 6 guards, tactical gear, surrounding a single container. Reinforced door, padlocked, someone's inside. Has to be her, Gwen whispers. Or it's bait, could be empty, could be rigged to explode, could be full of more guards waiting for us. Only one way to find out. Yes, he checks his weapon. Stay behind me. If this goes wrong, if I go down, you get Emma and run. No arguments, no heroics, just run. I thought we weren't doing the self-sacrifice thing anymore. We're not, but someone needs to get Emma home. If it can't be me, it has to be you. Before she can argue, he moves. Fast, aggressive, no warning. Takes down the first guard before anyone realizes he's there. Second guard turns, too slow. Third guard manages to raise his weapon. Dominic shoots first. The suppressed gunshot is still too loud. The remaining 3 guards react. Scatter, take cover. Gunfight. Gwen stays low, covering angles. Dominic advances, relentless, methodical. 2 more guards down. The last one tries to run. Dominic drops him at 30 yards. Perfect shot. 6 guards, 45 seconds, all dead. He moves to the container, picks the lock, opens the door. Emma is inside. Same condition as before, tied, gagged, terrified. But alive. Dominic cuts her free. Emma, it's okay, you're safe now. She collapses into his arms, sobbing. They said this time. They lied, come on, let's get you home. They move through the facility. Faster now, no stealth, just speed. Get to the exit. More guards, waiting, positioned. Ambush. Dominic shoves Emma toward Gwen. Get her out now. What about? Gio. Gwen grabs Emma, runs, hates herself for it but runs anyway. Behind them, gunfire, shouting. Dominic fighting alone. They make it to the car. Gwen starts the engine. Looks back, no sign of Dominic. Emma is crying. We can't leave him, we can't. We're not, just getting you to safety first. She drives 3 blocks, calls Chen. I have Emma, she's safe, sending you the location. Thank God, what about? Dominic's still at the facility, send backup, now. She ends the call, looks at Emma. Stay in the car, lock the doors, don't open them for anyone except your mother, understand? Where are you going? Back. But he said. I know what he said. Gwen gets out, weapon drawn, runs back toward the facility. Hears gunfire, distant, ongoing. He's still fighting. She enters through a side entrance, moves toward the sound. Finds Dominic, pinned down, 3 guards, coordinated assault. He's wounded, shoulder, blood soaking his jacket, but still fighting. Gwen flanks, takes down 1 guard. Dominic uses the distraction, eliminates the other 2. Silence. He looks at her. I told you to run. You're not the boss of me. Actually. Shut up, you're bleeding. It's fine, through and through, missed the bone. That's not fine, that's a bullet hole. I've had worse. Sirens, approaching fast. FBI, Gwen says. Chen called in reinforcements. Then we need to leave, before they start asking questions we can't answer. They exit, different direction, away from the response teams. Make it to the car. Gwen drives. Dominic holds pressure on his wound. You came back, he says it quietly, like he still can't believe it. Of course I did. I told you to run. And I told you, I'm not leaving. Not now, not ever. When are you going to believe me? He doesn't answer, just looks at her. Something in his expression she can't quite read. Thank you, he finally says, for coming back. Don't thank me yet. We still have to survive the next 12 hours. The deadline. They have 4 hours until midnight. 4 hours until Gregor's deadline. 4 hours to decide. Work for the syndicate or die fighting them. Dominic's shoulder is bandaged, poorly, but functional. The bleeding has stopped. They're in a new location. A motel, cash payment, fake names off the grid. Gwen tends his wound. Cleaning, rebandaging, trying not to think about how close the bullet came to his heart. We need a plan, she says. I have a plan. Which is? We release the data, all of it before midnight, force Gregor's hand. That exposes you too. Your crimes, everything you've done. You'll go to prison. Better than working for the syndicate. Better than letting them control the rest of my life. There has to be another option. There isn't. We've exhausted every alternative. Running doesn't work. Fighting directly is suicide. The only move left is mutual destruction. So you sacrifice yourself. I sacrifice my freedom to save Emma, to save you, to save everyone they'd killed to get to us. Yes, I call that a win. I call it tragic. He looks at her. What would you do? If you were me. I don't know, but I know I wouldn't let you do this alone. You don't have a choice. Neither do you, because when you release that data, I'm releasing mine too. What data? Everything I know, everything I've witnessed, my testimony, my evidence, all of it. If you're going down, I'm going down with you. Gwen. Don't try to talk me out of it. Don't try to protect me. I'm making this choice, my choice, and you can't stop me. They stare at each other. Mutual stubbornness, mutual sacrifice. Finally, Dominic speaks. You're the most frustrating woman I've ever met. Good, you need frustrating. Keeps you from doing stupid things. Like this. Exactly like this. His phone rings. Gregor. Dominic answers, speaker on. Mr. Cross, 4 hours remain. Have you made your decision? Yes. And? Go to hell. Silence on the other end. Then I see. You're choosing death for yourself, for Ms. Davis, for everyone, brave, stupid, but brave. We're choosing freedom. There's a difference. Freedom, Gregor laughs. There's no freedom, not in this world, only different forms of control. You can work for us and be controlled comfortably, or you can die and be controlled by mortality. Either way, you don't win. Watch me. Oh, I will. In fact, I'm watching you right now. Gwen's blood freezes. Dominic's eyes scan the room. What? You think we don't know where you are? We've known since you arrived. Motel 6 blocks from the shipping facility. Room 237. Second floor. Window facing east. You're on the bed. Ms. Davis is sitting in the chair by the door. Gwen stands, moves to the window, looks out. Across the street, on a rooftop, a figure watching through a scope. We have 23 snipers positioned around your location. We have tactical teams on standby. We have every exit covered. You're not leaving that room alive. Unless. Unless what? Unless you agree, right now, work for us. Join the syndicate. Use your considerable talents for our benefit. In exchange, we let you live, both of you, and we never speak of this again. Dominic looks at Gwen. She shakes her head, subtle, clear. He nods, agreement. No deal, he says into the phone. Then you die, right now, this second. I give the order and 23 bullets end this conversation permanently. Do it, pull the trigger, see what happens. What could possibly happen? You're surrounded, outnumbered, outgunned. True, but you're forgetting something important. Which is? I'm not bluffing about the data, and it's not on a timer I can disable. It's automated, cloud-based, decentralized. If my heart stops, if I die, it releases automatically. Immediately. To every media outlet and law enforcement agency in the Western Hemisphere. Pause, longer this time. You're lying. Am I? You already verified the USB drive. You know I have the data, you know it's real. So ask yourself, am I the kind of person who'd build a failsafe, who'd make sure his death accomplishes something? Another pause. Then, what do you want? Stalemate, mutual non-aggression. You leave us alone, we leave you alone. We keep the data as insurance. You keep your operations running. Everyone survives. Everyone walks away. That's not how this works. It is now, because you have 1 minute to decide. Pull the trigger and destroy the syndicate, or stand down and let us walk away. Your choice. Silence. Gwen watches the sniper across the street. His finger is on the trigger. One movement, one order. They're dead. 30 seconds. The sniper doesn't move. 20 seconds. Still nothing. 10 seconds. Gregor's voice returns. Fine, stalemate, mutual non-aggression, you keep your data, we keep our operations. But understand, if you ever interfere with syndicate business again, if you ever threaten us, if you ever give me a reason to reconsider this agreement, we will end you, and everyone you've ever cared about. Slowly, painfully, publicly. Understood. Good, now get out of that motel, and disappear. If I ever see either of you again, this deal is void. The call ends. Gwen looks out the window. The sniper is gone. She exhales, didn't realize she'd been holding her breath. We're alive, she says, barely believing it. For now. What happens next? We run, again, different city, different names, different lives. For how long? Until we can't run anymore. The escape. They pack in 3 minutes. Everything they own fits in one duffel bag. That's what their lives have become. Portable, temporary, always ready to run. They leave through the bathroom window. Second floor drop. Dominic goes first. Injured shoulder makes him slower. Lands, Gwen follows. They move through alleys, avoiding main streets, avoiding cameras. Get to a parking garage. Steal a car, not the first time, won't be the last. Drive. No destination, just away. Gwen watches the city disappear in the rearview mirror. Where do we go? West, somewhere small, somewhere we can disappear. Again. Again. How many times can we do this? How many times can we run before? Before what? Before we can't anymore, before we're too tired, too broken, before one of us doesn't make it. He doesn't answer, because they both know the truth. This life, this constant running, this endless survival, it has an expiration date. They can't do this forever. Eventually, something breaks, someone breaks, the luck runs out. But not today. Today they're alive, together, free. That's enough. Dominic's phone buzzes, text message, Agent Chen. Emma is home, safe, FBI protection upgraded. She says to tell you thank you, again, and that she hopes you find peace, wherever you go. He shows Gwen. She smiles, small, sad. At least something good came from this. 2 somethings, Emma is safe, and we're alive. For now. For now is all we have. Might as well be grateful. They drive for 6 hours. Stop at a gas station in the middle of nowhere. Dominic goes inside to pay. Cash only, no trail. Gwen stays in the car, exhausted, mind racing, can't shut off. Her phone rings, unknown number. She almost doesn't answer, but something makes her. Hello. A voice, female, familiar. Gwen, it's Sofia. Gwen's stomach drops. How did you get this number? I've always had this number. I gave it to you, remember? 6 months ago, when we first went into protection. What do you want? To apologize for everything, for the betrayal, for Emma, for Sofia's voice breaks. I never meant to hurt you, either of you. I thought I was protecting you. By working for the syndicate, by putting a child in danger twice. I didn't know they'd take her again, I swear. I thought after the first rescue they'd move on, find different leverage. They did, you're the leverage. They used you to manipulate us, to fracture our trust, to make us weak. I know, and I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. Sorry doesn't fix this. I know, but I need you to know I'm out. I told the syndicate I'm done. Cut all ties. They're hunting me now, same as you. Good, you deserve it. I know I do. But Gwen, please tell Dominic, tell him I love him. Tell him I never wanted to hurt him. Tell him. Tell him yourself, if you ever find the courage. Gwen hangs up. Dominic returns, sees her face. What happened? Sofia called. His expression hardens. What did she want? To apologize, to explain, to. Gwen stops. She said she loves you. I don't care. Dominic. I don't care. She made her choices. Now she lives with them just like we live with ours. She's your sister. She was my sister. Now she's just another person who betrayed me, who lied to me, who put people I care about in danger. I'm done forgiving, done understanding, done making excuses for people who hurt me. He starts the car, doesn't look at her. Let's go. They drive into the night, leaving everything behind, again. Somewhere ahead, a new city, a new life, a new attempt at normal that they both know won't last. Somewhere behind, Sofia, the syndicate, Agent Chen, Emma, everyone they've saved and everyone they've lost. And between them, in this car, in this moment, an understanding. They have each other. For better or worse. For however long they have left. That's enough. That has to be enough. They're 2 hours into the drive when Gwen's phone rings again. Not Sofia, not Chen, not anyone they know. Unknown number, different area code. She shows Dominic, he nods. She answers, speaker on. Ms. Davis, Mr. Cross, good evening. The voice is unfamiliar, calm, professional, dangerous. Who is this? Someone who's been watching your situation with great interest. Someone who has a proposition for you. We're not interested in propositions. Not even one that solves your syndicate problem permanently. Dominic's attention sharpens. Explain. You have leverage on the syndicate, data, evidence, enough to destroy them, but you can't release it without destroying yourselves too. Stalemate. So I'm offering a third option. Give me the data. I'll release it through channels that can't be traced to you. The syndicate falls, you stay hidden, everyone wins. Accept us, we'd be giving away our only leverage. True, but in exchange, I offer you something more valuable than leverage. I offer you freedom. How? New identities, real ones, not witness protection, not half measures, complete erasure, new names, new histories, new lives so deep even the syndicate couldn't find you if they tried. Gwen and Dominic exchange looks, suspicious, hopeful, desperate. Why would you help us? Gwen asks. Because the syndicate is a problem, for me, for my organization, for the world order we're trying to maintain. They're too powerful, too unaccountable, too dangerous. And you, conveniently, have exactly what I need to eliminate them. What organization? One you've heard of, but never truly understood. We operate in shadows deeper than the syndicates. We've existed longer. We have resources that make theirs look primitive. That's not an answer. It's the only answer you're getting. You don't need to know who we are. You only need to decide. Do you want to spend the rest of your lives running? Or do you want to truly disappear? Dominic's jaw tightens. What's the catch? No catch. You give us the data, we eliminate the syndicate, you get new lives. Clean, safe, permanent. There's always a catch. Fine, one condition. When we need you, if we need you, you help us. One favor, one job, one operation, then you're free forever. So we trade one master for another. No, you trade constant danger for occasional necessity. Big difference. Silence in the car. Gwen looks at Dominic. He's thinking, calculating, weighing options. How long do we have to decide? He asks. You're currently driving west on Interstate 40. In approximately 30 miles, you'll reach a rest stop. There will be a man waiting. Black sedan. He'll have documentation, new identities, everything you need to disappear. If you take it, if you accept our offer, you give him the data. If you don't, you keep running, and we never speak again. And if we try to run without giving you the data, then we become your enemy too. And trust me, you don't want that. The call ends. Dominic drives in silence, 20 miles, 25. What do you think? Gwen finally asks. I think we're trading one cage for another. But maybe this cage has a door. Or maybe it's just a prettier prison. We could keep running. For how long? A year, 5, 10. Eventually we'll make a mistake, get caught, get killed. So we take the deal. I don't know. 28 miles, 29. The rest stop appears ahead. Sign says, rest area 1 mile. Decide, Gwen says, now. Dominic doesn't slow down, doesn't speed up, just drives. 30 miles. The rest stop passes by. He didn't stop. He didn't take the deal. Gwen stares at him. Why? Because I'm tired of being controlled. By the syndicate. By mysterious organizations. By everyone. I'm tired of trading one form of imprisonment for another. So we keep running. We keep running. Until we find something better than survival. Until we find something worth stopping for. What if that never happens? Then we die running. At least we'll die free. Gwen watches the rest stop disappear in the mirror. Somewhere back there, a man in a black sedan is waiting. He'll wait all night. Then he'll report back to whoever sent him. And that organization, whoever they are, will become another enemy. Another threat. Another reason to run. But Dominic's right. At least they're choosing. At least they're free. For now. For however long now lasts. Gwen's phone buzzes one last time. Text message, unknown number. You made the wrong choice, but we respect it. Run well. Because when we find you again, and we will, there won't be another offer, just consequences. She shows Dominic. He reads it, deletes it, keeps driving. Let them find us. Let everyone find us. We'll be ready. Will we? He doesn't answer, but his hand finds hers, squeezes once. They drive into the darkness. Ahead, unknown, uncertain, dangerous. Behind, everyone who wants them dead. Between, nothing but miles and night and the fragile hope that somewhere, somehow, there's a place they can finally stop running. But not today. Today they drive. Tomorrow they survive. And the day after that. They'll figure it out. Together,